Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we are here with the very meta choice of a deck. The deck that has been around for a while, so you probably have seen it. But first of all, I think the games were pretty interesting, and we can really punish some decks, and you will see how it works. And yeah, I think the games were pretty fun, so watch them if you don't have time for intros. But overall, this is the deck, this is the version for Izzet with the highest win rate. So this was my pick for this reason exactly, because I think that except Boros, which is our weakest matchup, definitely, every slower deck is really weak to me right now. So if something doesn't kill you in like first 5 to 6 turns, you probably will mill it. So that seems to be very strong deck for the current meta. And I wanted to test it. So this is why we have stats part for this video. And let me tell you, we went easily for 1. And to be honest, like a lot of games were like they were close, don't get me wrong, but I think we usually had one more turn or we could overkill enemy like with a lot of meal. So I think that we were not on the verge of winning those games, we're like one step ahead. So I think this shows the deck is really strong right now. And it was platinum, so something to bear in mind. But overall, like it felt that you can climb very quickly with this deck. And it's still fine and is still fun. So I think it's worth playing if you have the cards. And yeah, you need some specific cards. So I actually had to buy packs to just to craft this deck because I didn't have Tasha's Hideous Laughter and Maddening Cacophony. Okay, enough of me rambling, but if you have the cards, definitely go and try this deck on the ladder because it seems that it works really well. Okay, and we are in the deck list, and let me tell you, while I usually just ramble and ramble and ramble about those decks, I will try not to do it this time, because I think we all seen this deck so much. So I will just tell the general things. Of course, you just want to mill enemy with all the cards. You have dual strike to copy Cacophony and Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Tasha is your big play that exiles more cards. Cacophony is something you generally want to start with the kicker, so you can mill half of enemy deck. This is one of the big decisions for the deck, right? Every single game you need to decide, is that enough if I don't mill half of his library? If the answer is it's probably not enough, then you need to wait until 6 mana, and for this reason we have big scores, right? So we can ramp into it. Maybe we should play more big scores, less Behold the Multiverse, but to be honest, Behold really helped in some games. Okay, so Ruin Crop, of course, big star, because right now we have Maestros Theater. And when it comes into play, you always sacrifice it, you cannot wait, like with Evolving Winds. And then you put a mountain or a basic swamp tapped, and you gain 1 life, which sometimes might matter. Yeah, it actually might matter. So basically, you have a lot of Evolving Winds in the deck, and Field of Ruin as well, just for those pesky creature land. 1 is all you need usually, because enemy doesn't have time to activate more than once most of the time, he's milled by then. So yeah, Ruin Crop is really shining in this version because of the additional fetch lands. So that's something that is really important, that this is like new with new Capenna. So what more interesting? I think you generally should play Galvanic Iteration. Like, for everyone that actually cared about the intro, this is your reward. Actually, this is the real deck list. But I don't have the wild cards, and right now I'm so starved on the rares. After making those videos, I think I spent like 50 rares to make those decks. So yeah, right now I only have dual strikes, so that's why we see this version. And I honestly think Galvanic Iteration is better. So if you have Galvanic Iteration, definitely go for it. If you are like me, without all the cards, just go for more dual strikes. They usually do the same job. They are sometimes worse. However, Don't forget, you can copy Maddening Cacophony with the kicker, which really destroys the deck for the enemy. So remember this interaction, and if you like to see this interaction, maybe watch the videos, maybe it will happen, who knows. Okay, so I think that's it, and thank you everyone for watching, thank you for subscribing, and that's really cool of you guys as always. So yeah, I think that's it. Let's go into the games. No sense in talking, right? Oh man, this game will be a treat. Oh, I'm so happy right now. So I think we actually play the crap with the island, because then we can play another ruin crap and double Maestros Theater them. Man, this card in the mill deck is so fun. And literally the second I have cut, the enemy is back. So, let's start with some crap. And definitely not full control, my friend. Definitely not. Man, this is going to be epic, and with double iteration we have really good card advantage. Maybe I shouldn't be person talking. You know me. I tank quite a lot on every move, but it's fine. It's totally different. It's definitely a different thing. Okay, at least we see the enemy deck. Okay. So it seems to be some mid-range. What are our lands? Let's go for mountain. I heard mountains are fine. Man, if he cannot remove this, and let's be honest, he had no removal so far, and you know what? I think we deserve this attack. We show the crap are here not to, or are here to mess around. No, they aren't here to mess around. Definitely, man, this got wrong really quickly. Infernal Grasp, yeah. And just as a disclaimer, like, enemy is not in a great spot from the start because we were on the play, so not great for him. Oh man, this is such a good draw. I think this is one, like, basically it's perfect draw for us since start of the game. So really unfortunate for the enemy, and really fortunate for us. Enemy is already at 30 cards, which is extreme. I think that's the fastest meal I've seen so far. We go for blue, so you want a bit more blue overall. And of course, the crap, the domination asserted. Okay, Workshop Warchief, my favorite card since last video. It's really cool. But how are you going to kill us, my friend? Yep, that's a lot of removal, but let's be honest, crabs did their job really well. Do we go for the iteration? I think we do. I think we do. We might even cast something. Oh man, so this is hand, definitely. Hand. Library. What creatures he has? Like, he has a lot of 3 toughness creatures, and I mean a lot. All of his creatures in the deck are 3 toughness. But we will still put it here, because we have no target right now, so we might as well, right? And Galvanic Iteration is pretty huge. So we are 2 turns to cast our goodies. We have more mountains in the hand, so that's why the island. Next will be mountain, to balance things out. So enemy is not doing a single damage this turn. So this is exactly decks we prey on. The like slower decks that make a lot of board and stuff, but they kill pretty slow, to be honest. And that's where we come in. So enemy is at 31. You know what? I don't think we should be too greedy. Let's just go for it. So we kill him next turn, because then we Galvanic Iteration, the Cacophony. Like, of course we could go for the kicker, but it's just not the play. It's not worth so much mana. Especially if we have double pair of Galvanic Iteration and Mill. We might even kill him with this one. Close. Close. What were the cards? Mammoth. He has some anti-mill defense, I guess. Binding, Lolf. Yep, but still, 4 cards in the deck to kill us, and we can cycle. So those scraps were so devastating. I think that's the best draw I had in this deck ever in my life. And you can clearly see how powerful it can be against any kind of slower deck. By the way, we're at 23. After attack we'll be at 19. Enemy didn't even start like attacking us. And we still have full more turn. Yep, but that was a good call to start Galvanic Iteration. And generally you want to use this one because it's more expensive. So if you have spare mana for the turn, always use the more expensive one. This one mana might be a difference between milling enemy and winning the game and not doing it. I must say, enemy is doing good job with filling his board, but he's just too slow. Too slow for us. And we could actually mill way more cards, so one of the crabs was like overkill. I do believe. So, using my own advice, right? Man, if we had one more land, we would just copy it again. Enemy knows what's coming. Enemy knows what's coming. But good game, my friend. I won't say it, because it might be irritating for him to hear it, but that was a good game. He was just pretty unlucky with like the matchup. But this is exactly what we prey upon. This kind of decks is exactly our target. And you can see how devastating we can be against this kind of deck. Even with his like godly mid game, with a Sika Chariot making the copy of token and having like 12-12 in the board in one turn, it still was not enough for us. Okay, we are on the draw. We have decent hand, we have good removal, we have crap. But we will see. I'm not sure about this hand. But frankly, I'm mostly not sure about playing, like being on the draw. So probably that's why I'm mostly concerned. Okay, and what we are playing against? I see, so kind of burn, I guess. So what is the play? Crash the Week might be important. I still think it's more of a Behold the Multiverse. This way we can make sure that we hit the land next turn. Otherwise we cannot. And I think that can be devastating. And unfortunately they have the way to kill the crab, but on the bright side it costs them full turn. So that's overall pretty good. Okay. I think we'll just forter, right? As long as we play lands, we are happy. Like Crash the Week is more like efficient. Fable can be the next turn play. So I think we need this to answer the full Fable with the tokens, but it's not great. It's definitely not great. Fading Hope also works. So basically I decided it because this one is half like a discount. And this one is full discount. So that's the difference. Generally it's a bit more mana efficient. I think we just do it. Let's go for it. So we have, man, can you give me my land? Thank you. Okay. I think it's dual strike now. So generally we don't use Behold the Multiverse. We are overall fine, as long as we hit lands. We would cast it every turn if we didn't hit the land. Enemy is getting scary. I'm not sure what we are playing against. Arcane Bombardment. I see. But that will take a while to set up. So how hard are we going? We didn't hit a land drop, so let's start with this. This might actually be very good. How many cards? 44, man. This is actually interesting. Like, we could start, but it's not strong enough. I think we go like this. Let's draw those. Now we go Iteration, which will hit a land drop. Yep, and even the future, oh, Otawara is so good here. So this is hand, so he doesn't see it. This is library because it's useless in this matchup, and this is our play. You know what? I'm hopeful. We will see what he plays this turn. So this turn will be scary. Invoke the spell. Wow, sure. Enemy is not going easy mode on us. And he got play with fire. That's one of the issues with the Arcane Bombardment. It's so random. You can get amazing payoff or a horrible payoff. Like this hurts, but it draws 3 cards, you know? Are you sure you want to do it? My dear friend. Okay, jokes aside. Jokes aside. I think we Otawara, right? It cannot get countered, but I think we need to do it main phase, if anything. Like, we need to go big this game. So, restart. And, yeah, you will see. We'll see. I will sacrifice Evolving Queens, if I don't forget, and then step. So the game is tricky, like enemy is at 39. And now he thinks, should I replay it again? Unfortunately, he might have 1 mana spell. Oh, okay, that's so good for us. If he gives us 1 more turn, we are golden. Because then we cycle half of his deck, and then I think we can finish him off quite easily. And he cannot control which cards he will get. This is actually also great. So, we don't care about cards. You know what? Let's wait for the attacks. Enemy is smart and identified that that's the problem. He can use the Hive, but I think this is more pressing. It also prevents some more damage, and that's not what we want. Actually, that was a dumb decision by me, because if we want Evolving Queens, whatever was on the top we would have to cycle it, so that was a huge mistake. If we got good card, we would just be forced to waste 1 mana for no reason. So that was pretty horrible play. Okay, we have definitely a lot going on. So probably crush the weak, right? Yeah, that's the play. Can we copy this one? Kicker. You know what? Man, I have no idea if it works. Does it work? When you cast your next instant or sorcery with... like, it has mana value of less. You may copy it. I think it does, but if I'm wrong, we will all learn something. I think this is the moment when we all get to know if this works or not. And it freaking does. Okay, not sure if that was the best play. He will probably kill us, right? But I'm still happy about this play. Now forever, both me and you will know forever how it works. Unfortunately, it shows the enemy that he definitely doesn't have another turn. He can deal 5 damage. Easy. But it's only 5 damage. What about the rest? Okay, and we won. And just like this, we won. So, pretty close game. Pretty close game overall. So, let's make the perfect answer. And be ready with the GG if enemy is this kind. And let's show that it wasn't close. Let's show that it wasn't close. Good. Yeah, he just out of here. Man, if we were on the play, this hand would be really good, like perfect and devastating. But we aren't, so it's okay. Let's start like this. We have a lot of 3 mana plays, so I think we just fortel this, then play this on the turn 3, and then go into big score and go crazy. That's my game plan. That's my game plan for now. So Grixis, are we playing against same deck? I'm not sure, it is possible. Let's play this one on red. Let's foretell. If enemy has like slower deck, I think we are so good here. Nothing. That was a strong nothing. So let's go for iteration. Do you have counter? Do you want to use counter? No fading hopes. Not great for the matchup, it seems. And we go for, I think, blue now. Tainted Indulgence. Okay. Very cool card. Very nice. Corpse Explosion. Okay, we are in for some ride. Okay, consider me interested. As an additional cost to cast the spell, exile a creature card from your graveyard. Corpse Explosion deals damage equal to the exiled card's power to each creature and planeswalker. So basically a sweeper based on creature in your graveyard. So that's weird. That's so weird, but also so cool. So I really want to find a turn when the enemy is tapped out. Sometimes it's good play to just tap out completely, so then the enemy can play his stuff. But I don't think it's the moment yet. If he casts the multiverse or something, okay, I think now we do it. Now the question, what do we discard? I think it's Otawara. We have a lot of 4 mana cards, so I don't think the 5th land will make a big difference. That's not perfect. I have seen better draws than this, but we'll keep cycling. And the more treasures... Oh, I see. The stuff is definitely happening here. Strangle might be super important because I'm not sure if that's right. Yeah, he's a reanimator. He will reanimate the JIN GITAXIAS. Yep. Oh man, that is freaking scary. So I think that we have to go for some extremely big turn, right? Oh man. And he can copy spells. So we need to remove it, right? Man, I'm so scared right now. So it has to be Galvanic Iteration into Dual Strike and Strangle. No other choice? The JIN GITAXIAS is too powerful. Man, I hate this play so much. Yep. That's countered. But we have the graveyard version. And let's strangle this phyrexian tyrant. Oh man, that was painful. We are still ahead on the cards, but it was so freaking painful. And let's play the land. I think we'll go for blue. Because this is double blue. So we need to be ready to cast more of them. Man, I don't think we can survive another play like this. It means they have this 5 mana flash reanimation spell. And here we go again. Here we go again. Oh man, so what is the play? I will freaking kill him. I will kill the JIN GITAXIAS every time of the day. We are doing it. Yes, yes we are. We are killing you again. Unless you freaking die forever. I've seen what you are capable of. Those were scary things. True, didn't I play the land? Man, I suck. I nearly missed the land drop. Oh man, do we do it? Like, we can hit the crab, but I think it's like a bit too late for that part. So let's just make sure that we can use our card draw. And just go for some insane turn. Please stop reanimating this guy. Really. I cannot handle more of them. I already burned half of my deck to answer these 2 reanimation spells. And the problem is that he definitely should have the 5 mana resurrect spell. So it means he has 3 or 4 of those, and 4 of the other ones probably. Yeah, they are same cost, so no reason to not play the other one. And this is definitely not an elf, so it's not like he gets something. I guess if you can foretell this one and get it turn earlier, so that's the allure, I guess. But man, JIN GITAXIAS. So devastating when it enters play on turn 4 or turn 5. And the enemy seems to be a bit mad about us answering double JIN GITAXIAS with direct removal. By the way, this is what the deck is capable of. You can see that we actually managed to kill 5 toughness creature that counters first spell. So we basically cast 3 spells in a turn and just kill it. This deck is really flexible and we still have more cardo than him. And he seems mad and I think he's roping, so let's cut. Okay, I think the demons of Razgrease actually rage quit after this. I think they don't have reanimation spells anymore. So, you know what? I think we should help our fellow friend. Because he seems to be a bit lost with this. So let's mill half of his deck. And then we hope to copy Tasha's Hideous Laughter somehow. And then finish the job. Man, we are in for heavy rope, I guess. And that was it. Enemy just rage quit totally from this game. To be honest, I think that was his last chance, and I think he didn't have any reanimation spells, so maybe he has removal and lands, and yeah, we destroyed his game plan pretty much. Still a very interesting game, I think. Okay, so you are saying that there's no crap. I think we start with the theater. They are basically the same, right? So I think we are going for red now. If you Fading Hope something, you generally want to Fading Hope a 3-drop and probably kill something before. Okay, and the enemy has played a Night Witch. That was the play. That was the grand finale, whatever. So we don't have Antaplant, so for this case we could kill it, but honestly I don't think it's worth it. I think we just wait for something bigger, or just a Planewalker. Like Planewalker is good target, something like Soaring. And now he's thinking, what does it mean? It means Deadly Dispute. It means Deadly Dispute. So I think we... Oh, okay, that's a good target. And that's our Ruin crap. Man, this is all coming together. So, we are going for Evolving Winds. And let's start the party, shall we? We go for the blue. That's another 3 cards. And I think we just Strangle. Because enemy won't hopefully... enemy... Moment. Okay, so hopefully enemy won't have enough time to just cast it for Blitz too many times. Yep. So while the crab died, it did its work. Like, enemy is having a lot of cards milled. And that's the point. So, let's do our strike. Let's do this. We can go for the double Tasha, but I would much rather go with Cacophony first. Usually you want to cast Cacophony and then just Tasha's. Oh. Nice. Oh, it's such a good tempo play. Oh man. Not great for our enemy. He wanted to draw card. He wanted to have underdog. He has nothing. He needs to cast it again. And we have our pure crab. Our faithful crab companion. Oh man, do we go for this? I'm not exactly sure. Like, it seems like a best play, but can we mill so many cards? Like, they have Lolths and Blood on the Snow, right? So there's no chance we mill them like this. It might be a mistake, but I honestly don't think we can mill them this way. I think we need more. And they don't have counter spells, so you know. Enemy is hitting every removal, so that's fine. That's his right as a control player to remove our 4 creatures from the deck. Okay, and that's a slow version of Underdog, which is sweet. Okay, that's way better. So I think we just go for it and see what's up. Because we can draw into Galvanic Iteration next turn. That was some cards. 13. So if we double this one with Galvanic Iteration, then it will be enough. Then it will be enough. So we are at 13. Not a lot of pressure, to be honest. Okay, that's fine, but we won't be killing, probably. So enemy needs to kill us next turn, I think. And I honestly don't think he can. Maybe Invoke Despair is best he can do. So it's 4 damage, Invoke Despair. So 10 damage in total. And then he has 2 mana. I don't think he can kill us. So it means that we actually won this. Easy. Easy, baby. Man, this deck is so good against slower decks. Like, what are they even supposed to do? Yep. We overmilled them so hard. Okay, this is interesting hand. Pretty slow, but the island is really important here. We can like work around all the tap lands. Man, I want to play more than 4 crabs. Like, I need 8 crabs with all those lands, because we are always hitting them and not hitting the crab, which hurts my soul. I don't think we play into crab, right? Yeah, we need this. I think we play one of them. Let's do it like this. So we further crash the week. It seems to be Boros aggro, so crash the week might be very important. Yep. And we are going for red, right? Definitely red. And I don't know what they have with those triggers. You just need to move mouse first. Okay, Smork. Smork the enemy. As always. We can actually double it with Galvanic Iteration. That's interesting play. It might be something that's worth doing. You know, we will see. So, Trampler. Oh, I think this is the first time I've played against Boros. They don't have this Day-Night Trampler, Cavalier or whatever it's called. Man, this is actually pretty good for us. And here comes the hero. We always need it, never deserved. Man, this is so perfect. First we sweep. Then we play our crazy game-winning crap. And now we trigger. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Okay. So, we go for red. Generally I want to have balanced mana. So enemy is already getting milled, but we have long way ahead of us. Like, we are not perfect against this kind of deck. And if he plays Raichu, that's quite scary. Yeah, because it's basically a 4-4 with haste with an upside direct damage. Yep, and they always freaking have it. But that's fine, he didn't have the Cavalier, right? So, what can you do? Like, Field of Ruin looks good here. I don't think we can go... So, basically we can double the with Galvanic Iteration the Cacophony. But, Sorry guys for those break, I'm getting such a hard cough today, for some reason. Okay. Man, do we win if we Field of Ruin this? Like, he has only 1 card, right? I think this is one of the plays. We do it now? Because then we can cast one of the Cacophony. Let's go for Island this time. It's untapped because it's not Evolving Winds. Man, Tasha was at the top. That's exactly the card we needed. So I think we just try to go with, you know, old school direct mill. So enemy is at half a deck. It's not great. Like, we are at 5. We will die in 2 turns. Yep. That's pretty good. So I think we need Tasha and Galvanic Iteration and hope it's enough. I think that's our out. This is our last turn. Okay, that's smart. I like this play. And that's definitely not what we wanted. So it will be 16 cards. And there's nothing we can do, right? So, let's go with style. Let's go with style. But I really like this counter. It shows that the player is actually thinking how to play. And I can respect that. Good game, my friend. Good game. Even though you are the Boros villain. You deserve this mark. But you need to do it quickly. Okay, for the viewers. Okay, you got it. Man, like he's thinking a bit too long on this one. But we might have Fading Hope, I guess, so that's fine.